Yeah, I mean, but it's like, okay, but...
Another news media, they call him president.
Okay, so check this out. So it's like all of a sudden now, we got all these agencies, like all of a sudden the CIA department gets bombed in Afghanistan. And they have to sit back and take fault because not only did the CIA fall under scrutiny for not protecting themselves from somebody brand new, but that it was on a military base, and even the military didn't check this guy. It was like, oh, that's just Mohif, he's a cool cat, let him on in. How you doing, Mohif? What's up, Mohif? He walked into the doggone gym.
Hold on.
By the way, this is WNDC, stands for We Ain't Cribbing. You ain't, don't look, just listen. Interesting. Happy New Year, 2010. I guess that means that we're facing a new direction, a new century. It's going to take us almost 10 years to define wherever we're at right now and wherever we're going. The most interesting thing about this whole thing is the mere fact that somehow or another it concerns me more than anything else on this day, if any other day, the first day of this century, 2010, that for all the achievements that we all actually emotionally felt the desire and the need to embrace this time last year, when the new year came in, we had a new hope because we had a new president and a whole new outlook and this, that, and the other and all of that things, and there were so many of us that actually indulged into some form of a positive kind of progressive kind of energy, and somehow or another in less than 365 days there are more than sanity's sake of a share of people that seem to, for some strange reason, not be capable of actually stopping themselves in their own tracks and going, how can I lose sight of such an emotion? Now, not that I need to actually say that over again, but never in the history of our country have we actually been more comfortable with having our own country's security within our government actually being lax. I mean, people walking into the White House at any given time, and they could actually just take any kind of advantage at all at really ruining such an image that we have right now of the caliber of people we have in this country that ain't crazy enough to actually just walk in and try to do something. And yet and still you have to wonder why these governmental kind of departments seem to have found their way so comfortable at risking their own caliber of duty to their job to actually cause themselves to suffer a lack of security. And this country is honestly at more of a height of security than anything else. I find it quite strange that people can actually go and indulge into visiting Amsterdam, the city that brags about their legalization of anything you want, you can get it right here. And for some strange reason, having found out that not only are these people so lax enough to not really be concerned whatever it is that you desire to take back as a tourist gift, but to actually sit back and go, we're so cool with it that we didn't even notice this young boy and this other person who had basically just walked onto this plane and flew back to one of the raggedy asses cities that we care for as Americans, Detroit, and then sit back around here and watch this little young child sit back and suffer burns and whatnot for actually finding out that, well, these idiots that told you that this shit would work. were just as big of an idiot as your ass is found for trusting these idiots, too. And here you are stuck in America, and nobody's even advertising or talking about the passenger next to you that was with you through your whole journey. Now, in the process of all of this, we're back to this whole thing of here we are right here in this new century. This ain't 2000 party. Oops. This is not that anymore. We have passed even Martin Luther King's dream, and we are at the promised land. There is no excuse for us to sit back and honestly think that we can honestly convince anyone else in the world that this country is not fair. For the first time, this is the first century, and people will wait until 9 years from today to be able to identify our growth from where we are today. And for some reason, in less than 365 days, more than the average amount of people in this country cannot reflect back on the emotional feeling of progress, the emotional tears of joy that were shed around strangers and family alike for what they believed at this time last year, 365 days later, something that for some strange reason today we can't find a deep enough connection to question not just ourselves, but all those we employ to take care of us. Happy New Year. Welcome to the first day of the next century of the New World Order. This is WNDC. Stands for We in the Crib and You Ain't. Now you know why.